Hi guys, Kerrod here, back again at the beautiful Joondalup Resort. In this video, I'm going to be helping those of you who tend to roll that golf club on the inside. The hands move out, the club head moves in, one of the killer takeaway moves that is hurting your golf game, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. Let's get into it. Now, one of the keys to creating a repeatable golf swing is to create a functional setup and takeaway. A lot of errors in the golf swing with ball striking can be attributed to maybe a poor setup or poor takeaway as the golf club first moves off the golf ball. And in this video, I'm going to be addressing that very first move as that golf club moves off the golf ball, specifically when the handle of the golf club would move out and the head would move in. Now, this rolling motion where the forearms would tend to move in such a way which gets the golf club head moving behind the body and the club face opening has a big follow-on effect with the sequencing and movement of the arms relative to the torso. If I was to show you a very common example that I would see is that as the golf club was starting to move off the ball, the hands are pulling the golf club back and behind, the lead arm is rolling, there would be very little hinge. The right arm would then move back and behind your body. This lead arm would break. The right arm would move behind you. And we get to a stage where we have very little width in the golf swing. From this position here, we are predisposed to swinging over the top, and that's going to cause a slew of ball striking errors. So if you think this is you, a real easy way to check is simply stand in front of a mirror, set up into your address position, and make a little backswing. And if you see that the club head is behind you, your hands are out, and the club face is straight up and down or even open in this position, and you can use this as a reference, well then this drill is specifically going to relate to what you are doing. Ideally, what we would like to see is as this golf club is moving back, we're going to see that head and the hands in line with each other. You can also see this club face. We want that club face to be in about a position in which the angle of the face is matching the spine angle. And that would mean that the club face is square to the arc. So what do you do if you find yourself in the alternative position where the hands are out and the club head is in and the club face is open? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get a tee and we're going to place it right in the end of the grip, just like this. So it's hanging out right at the top. And effectively, if we were to set up down on the ground, if I was someone who rolled that golf club around the body, we can see that the tee would be pointing out towards right field and it would be separated away from my body. If I was to make a move which was more functional, by this stage of my backswing, we can see the tee is pointing more towards my body and it's actually very close to my right leg. So by using a little bit of feedback by placing a tee in the end of the grip, it can give you a great feeling and great sensation of the first few feet of the golf swing of how to take that golf club back. So what I want you to do is I want you to set up into your address position. You've got the tee out. Now it's probably just about a finger span distance away from the belt buckle. And then as you make your first move, if you're someone who tends to get those hands rolling out, I want you to exaggerate the complete opposite. And your objective is to try and get the tee hitting your leg. Now, yes, indeed, this is an exaggeration. But once again, if you're doing the opposite, you need to exaggerate in the opposite manner, and then it's a lot easier to find the middle ground and some consistency and some repeatability as a result of doing so. So from the address position, bring in that handle back. You can see the tee is very close to the right leg. And then from there, keeping relaxed, swing to the top, and that's going to feel like a very different backswing position probably from what you used to. If we look at the alternative, the club head's rolling in, the hands are moving out, the arms are folding around the body. Once again, very different from a functional position. So standing in the address position in front of a mirror, making a lot of slow rehearsals, feeling like that tee is coming as close to the right leg as possible, stopping in this checkpoint, looking in front of a mirror or filming or something similar, and we're looking to see the club head and the hands from that perspective where the camera is pretty much in line. And that would be a very functional spot to then make more of a repeatable backswing and then downswing transition. Now, like I said, a lot of golf swings are lost in the first few feet, either from where they're setting up or in that first initial takeaway move with the club head. So if we can practice and rehearse and get this golf club set in a better position by the time the club shaft is parallel, it's going to make the rest of the motion a lot easier to perform. Now there's one thing I just want you to be conscious of. When you are doing this drill, when you are doing this exercise, you might find yourself trying to get really close to the end of the grip just for the sake of getting the tee. So what I would suggest is you make sure you go through your posture routine, and when you get into your address position next to the ball, let's make sure we've got about a handspan distance from the belt buckle to the end of the grip before you start, and then keep rehearsing that same motion as you go back. So 1, 2, 3. Once you're happy with that, then swing through, getting a feeling of what you would like to achieve. So this one, once again, aimed directly at those of you who tend to roll that golf club on the inside. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you've got any comments, please ask below. But until next time, I'm Kerrod. Thanks for watching.